Hey everyone, this is another run on the Glittering City of Gold, Lufenia Plus mission dungeon, and I couldn't resist. This is going to be the classic Yda and Sephiroth or Ydaroth cheese run, where you get sort of like infinite turns with Yda spamming her HP +++ attack. I'll be including a more detailed description about how the cheese works and the setup required for the cheese in the video description, so you can check it out if you need more information about the cheese. In a nutshell though, the way the cheese works is that Yda's HP +++ attack from her LD will grant her 2 free turns and extend all her buffs if she breaks the enemy with it, and Sephiroth's BT aura will always reset the enemy's brave to 1 at the end of every turn, which allows Yda to continuously break the enemies and therefore allow her infinite turns of her free turn loop. Now just quickly about the setup. At a bare minimum, you need to main party Yda with her LD, and you need to have a Sephiroth friend with the BT aura up as well. I couldn't find a Sephiroth friend, so I had no choice but to include Sephiroth in my main party. So you can also do that if you of course have Sephiroth with his burst weapon equipped, but you can really just make do with finding a Sephiroth friend, and it can even be just a 3-turn friend. It doesn't need to be a 5-turn friend, because you'll only need Sephiroth to take 1 turn to get his BT aura up, and after that his job is done. As for the rest of the party, their function as well as the core abilities is really to just boost Yda's HP damage as much as possible so that you can finish the fight a little bit more quickly. So for this reason, I include Auron as the third party character, because Auron using his LD at the start will land a debuff on the enemy that increases HP damage taken by 20%. And then after that you can swap Auron out for your friend unit. For the friend unit here, I used Kain, but as I mentioned earlier, if you don't have Sephiroth with his burst weapon, you can find a Sephiroth friend, and then you can maybe just include Kain as your other party member to round off your party. Kain is really optional. He of course helps to finish the fight much more quickly, because once you launch him into the air, he will follow up with Lancet every single round, which sort of doubles Yda's damage output and reduces the turn requirement to finish off the fight. If you don't have Kain, any other character that provides off-turn damage will also work. You do have to take note though that if you are including Cloud of Darkness, she will eventually run out of her BT aura, because she will keep breaking her enemies and triggering an instant free turn for herself. So I think Cloud of Darkness isn't ideal, but any other character with off-turn damage such as Kain will work to boost the damage. As far as core abilities, I stacked all core abilities providing boost to HP damage. So I have Kurasame Call on Sephiroth here to provide the Ice Elemental Enchant and Imperil as well as the HP damage boost. I use a Maria LD Call on Yda for further damage boost with her LD Call. And lastly, I round off with a Gebrant Call as well, also to provide another 10% damage boost. So in total, the call abilities and the debuff from Auron, I believe, adds 80% HP damage up, which significantly boosts the damage from Yda. Otherwise, her HP +++ will hit for very pitiful damage. Now lastly, as for Yda herself, what I actually did is to remove all her abilities under the character equip screen, and if you notice, I only have the call ability set, Yda's LD, and Brave and HP attack. Nothing else. I removed her S1, removed her S2, removed her EX, removed her additional ability as well. You don't need those for the cheese. If you want to manually do the fight, you can, but with this setup, you can actually auto plus for most of the fight. So at the start of the fight, what you want to do is apply all your call abilities with all 3 characters. At the start, I had Auron use his call ability, use his LD, and then I swapped him out immediately for Kain. And then with Sephiroth, I used the call abilities and used his burst mode. And Yda, I used her Maria LD call ability. So you can see all the debuff loaded up on the bosses. And once that's done, you want to go burst mode with Sephiroth to activate his burst aura. And then after that, I use HP +++ attack with Yda. And then I alternate between HP attack and her LD until she's out of LD. Once that's done, all you need to do is hit auto plus and your job is done. So at this point forward, you'll notice that I have the auto plus set, and what will happen is Yda will just HP +++ until the end of the fight. So I'll just fast forward the next part of the fight because it's really just HP attack +++ all the way. Alright, that's the end of the fight. I hope this video has been helpful, and as always, if you enjoy the content, do leave a like, comment or subscribe. It really helps a lot. Till then, I'll see you in the next Lufenia fight. Bye!